Hey, what's going on? We are back in the paint again at the Messy Sweet Spot. I came across the streetwalker. You guys know recently we've been covering a lot of crimes dealing with streetwalkers, so I decided to go to the streetwalker to see their side of the story. So I want you guys to hear her out and let's react. And when I tell you she have stories of robbing the men to them doing some crazy stuff. You gotta listen to her story. I'm gonna stop and go, let's listen.
Hey, where you from?
My name is Honey. I'm from San Bernardino.
Come on, honey.
How long you been out here for, honey?
I've been out here since I was 17.
Wow.
17.
And I'm 20 now.
You told us you've been robbed and kidnapped. So tell us about one of your other robberies that happened to you.
One of my other robberies, I don't really have any bad experiences, but like I said, I've been kidnapped and only been robbed because I was robbing tricks and shit. So, but it doesn't happen to me now, and nothing bad happens to me anymore. A funny trick story. I dated a trick who he wanted me to shit in his mouth. I had to eat like certain shit. Like, he wanted me to eat like sweet shit, like ice cream. He wanted me to eat strawberry ice cream before I came over and shit in a bucket. And he wanted me to feed it to him. I had to put on gloves and shit, and it was disgusting. I would sit there and gag and shit. I'm gonna gag right now just thinking about it. But I used to see him regularly. Like, he wanted me to go to his house and eat strawberry ice cream, no, yogurt and ice cream, because it tasted sweet to him in my shit. And I remember one time when I had ate like a bacon burger before I went there, and like I shit it and like fed it to him, and he was like, ew, like he spit it out and was like, no, this is why I told you to eat the strawberry yogurt shit.
Wait, you're telling me you've done this more than one time with the same person?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, he was like a regular.
But how, how can you eat shit?
That's
like,
what
without gagging?
I don't know. These guys have a lot of like nasty like fetishes out here.
Holy shit, that's pretty bad.
Yep.
Was that your worst one?
Yeah, because that was disgusting. And I have another one.
You use drugs?
No, I just smoke weed and I drink.
A lot of the stereotype is out here that you guys are.
Yeah, because when you see the girls out here all night and it's cold, and 9 times out of 10 they are on drugs, and a lot of their pimps are giving that to them and allowing them to be on the coke and the meth and shit like that. And it's just because it's to keep them out here. Like, when girls are able to stand out here in heels all day, every day, we're on drugs because and I'm not a robot, so like, I need breaks. My pussy needs a break sometimes. So yeah. But no, I just smoke weed, and sometimes even smoking weed, it makes me really tired and lazy, so I try to avoid smoking it when I come out here to work.
Okay. Do you have any of these females getting super aggressive with you out here?
No, I don't talk to any of the hoes out here.
I know that's right.
Why not?
Because I'm really, really antisocial. When you see me, I'm always by myself.
Okay. You were saying you were watching the comments on Street Voices.
Yeah.
What do you think about the comment section?
I feel like a lot of people, people have their own perspective of things, and they're going to look at shit a different way. But, yeah, I mean, like, but this is just, it's the life, though. Like, if you have any questions, and, there's a lot of us, we have, you can reach out to us and shit like that. But, in the comments with you interviewing us and shit like that, I actually think it's a good thing. I feel like all the hoes should be interviewed.
Why do you think it's a good thing?
Because honestly, a lot of girls, I know damn well they need somebody to talk to. I know girls need attention, and they want to be able to get their stories out and shit and their experiences, and they want to send a message to a lot of young girls who are trying to be hoes and shit like that. So I just feel like it's really a good thing, because a lot of people are interested in us and want to know how the life is out here and shit. So I think it's cool that you do it.
Is there any kind of comments you saw that kind of upset you? Anything like that?
No.
Made you laugh?
Yeah, a lot of comments make me laugh, but I feel like, and then there's a lot of comments that makes me feel really good because a lot of people are saying a lot of encouraging things, like for some girls, the videos that I've seen in the comments, like, oh, she's so pretty, she doesn't need to be out there, she has so much more going for herself. That, you know, shit like that, I like to see stuff like that because you know, that's how I feel. It's true, a lot of us shouldn't be out here, and you know, there's motivation for other people telling us like, yeah, you should go do something else, you like a model, or yeah, and shit. That'll encourage a bitch to go do something else.
So if somebody watching like wanted to offer you a job, would you take that?
It depends on what kind of job. I need to be getting paid. Like, I don't want no, you know, $14 an hour type of job. I can't do that. But, you know, anything with sex work or, you know, modeling, nude modeling, I need to be getting paid.
Have you done porn?
No, I've never done porn.
Have people offered it to you?
Yeah.
And you haven't taken it? Why not?
Because honestly, I feel like I need to learn more of what they do. I'm not really into the whole bareback thing and all the, you know, just certain shit. So,
aren't you afraid of diseases out here?
Yeah, and that too. That's why I mentioned earlier, I try my best whenever I get picked up not to have sex with these guys. And a lot of the, you know, there's, because I know a lot of shit that a lot of females don't know. And when I say that, you know, when these guys pick us up and they got all that hair and shit down there, I'm not about to fuck you. You're not my girlfriend. I mean, you're not my boyfriend. I'm not your wife. And all that hairs and shit, you can catch stuff like that. You know, their hair is coming in contact with your pussy. So I try my best to avoid that. I'll just, you know, suck their dick and make them come. Or I'll make them spend time with me because I am a pretty girl and I'm a cool person. So, like, you can pay me to chill with me, whatever. But... and, you know, there is going to be a lot of fucking and sucking going on, you know, because it is hoe work. So you're going to have to fuck and suck for your money. But I try to avoid that as much as possible.
How would a man approach you?
Oh, okay. You mean out here, right?
Yeah.
They would pull up on me. Or I would go walk to them wherever they pull up at. And you know, some guys, what I do feel comfortable with, some guys will park somewhere and then they'll get out and come walk up to me and talk to me just to make it look normal or to make me feel safer. But a lot of guys that pull up on me and they're on that disrespectful shit like, oh, I want some head, or I'm not about to get in your car, because now you're making me feel like you're a weirdo, like you're gonna be on some weird shit. It just, I go for, you know, the tone of voices, the appearances, how the cars look and shit. Came out here, like I said, I was 17. You know, I was obviously a minor, so, and I met a pimp, and he was like 35. And he got me like a fake ID and everything. He was like, he just turned out to be some weirdo who liked little girls. But I had no idea what I was doing. I was out here walking and I was making a lot of money. I was just getting picked up by everybody. And I had no idea, like, you know, I was seeing other hoes and I'm like, you know, what are we really like doing out here? Like, I had no idea what I was making money for. I was just giving it away to pimps and shit.
What?
Until, you know, I got more experience and I'm like, okay, now if I'm gonna be out here selling my body, then, you know, it gotta be for a reason.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna stack up to go to school, I'm gonna go to school to do makeup, and eventually, like, I'm gonna just go from there. Like, I don't plan on doing this shit for years and years and years like other girls.
Okay, well, what's your rates? What do you charge for?
So if I get picked up for some head, then that's 100. If you want sex, then that's 200. I charge pretty high, and that's only because, like I said, that I got more experience out of this, and then I finally bagged my first sugar daddy, and he didn't want to fuck me like at all, do anything sexual. He was just giving me $5,000 like all the time.
That's nice.
So, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm expensive.
Do you still have your sugar daddy?
Yeah, I do.
But I mean, he's paying you well. What are you doing out here?
I just love money, you know? Like, I don't want to just live off of one guy who's giving me $5,000 here and there. Like, I need to be making $1,000 every day if I can.
How does this robbery happen?
My first day when I was 17, my first day.
Damn.
There was this Mexican guy that picked me up, and I was green, like really naive. I didn't know, you know. He pulled over in this alley right here behind this Chevron that we're at. We dated in this alley and we had sex and everything, and after that he pulled out a knife and put it to my throat and was like, yeah, I'm not gonna take your money, I'm not gonna rob you, I'm just gonna take my money back that I gave you. And he did, and then he told me to get the fuck out or he was gonna stab me, and I just ran out the car, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So that was my first night. And then a couple other times when I got robbed, it was when I was dating black guys. When I first started, I used to just get in the car with anybody. I don't do that anymore though. And nothing really bad happens to me now because I don't do bad to other people. I don't be out here robbing tricks and shit because it's just gonna all come back on me eventually. So when I first started and I was out there robbing tricks and shit, that's why a lot of bad shit was happening to me.
You felt like it was bad karma?
Yeah, it was. So I had to stop that shit.
Talk to us about robbing the tricks. How'd you do that? This shit sounds funny.
Oh my gosh.
And then I know there's some that went bad too. Robbery gone bad. No?
I mean, like, luckily, no. Like, I've gotten threatened a lot, but like, nothing really ever happened to me, like, while I was robbing a trick. And what I would do is, you know, I would just take their wallets and shit, and oh my gosh, it's gonna sound so fucked up, but like, so when I would get picked up and we would date, and I wouldn't want to, because what I don't like doing, I don't like having sex with them with tricks. I don't like doing anything sexual. I know, you know, that's what I'm supposed to do most of the time, but I don't like doing it, so that's why I was robbing them. And I would go for the dumb Mexicans who barely like spoke English and shit, and they would always have a lot of money and everything. And so
cold-blooded, girl. Oh man. And how many times did you do that before
I did it a lot. I was doing it like every day. Like, I was doing it a lot for like 2 years, and then I stopped.
Wow.
Because
were you making good money robbing the tricks?
Yeah, I really was, and that's why I was doing it. Because the thing is there will be a trick that'll lowball me and pick me up for like, and you know, you can't be doing this type of job, you can't be thirsty, and I was thirsty for some money. So, you know, that's why I was robbing them and shit and taking more than I should have. And then every time I did something bad happened to me. So
what's your worst experience out here?
when I got kidnapped.
How that happened and what?
I was in the 80s, like kind of where you picked me up, and I was walking. There was this pimp. He was like this. He was from Hoover's. I was in the Hoover's, and he pulled up on me and he was telling me if I didn't run that he would have to that he was gonna pick me up and throw me in his car. So he literally stopped all the traffic. It was in broad daylight, and he picked me up and threw me in his car, and I'm screaming and shit. And then he has a whole nother bitch in there, and then his homies in there, and he dropped them off, and he's riding around with me the whole, like, for hours, just talking to me like, I just want you to pay me, you're so pretty, and just all type of weird shit. And at the time I had a pimp, so I was calling him, and he's on the phone telling me like, well, you shouldn't have let him pick you up and throw you in the car, so that's on you.
Isn't he supposed to fucking come and save your ass?
Exactly. So I couldn't leave and get out the car because the guy that picked me up and threw me in the car, he's telling me like, yeah, your pimp doesn't give a fuck, so you know, I'm gonna keep you. Like, there's no point. So eventually I'm sitting there crying, boohoo crying for hours, like, and then he's like, okay, obviously you don't want to be here, I'm gonna let you go, but when I drop you off, you're gonna get out and run, and then if you don't run, I'm gonna pick you up and throw you in the car again. So when he let me out, I ran, and then I called the same guy, and he came to pick me up. And so now I don't pay anybody because
I know
there's no point. You know, pimps out here, they say they're out here to protect us and shit, but it's like we're the ones out here. They can't get to us fast enough if anything happens. So I don't get it.
20 years old, y'all.
Right.
20 years old.
So right now you don't have a pimp.
No.
And you would never so would you recommend other women to get pimps?
I mean, honestly, like, I just personally don't see the point in having one. I really don't. I mean, I feel like anything we're out here doing, we could do it by ourselves. Like, it's no point of having one. But a lot of girls, they're scared, and in their heads they feel like in this game they need a pimp. So
right. Well, that's kind of how you started out, right? Because
Yep.
you were didn't know what you were doing, and you got a pimp.
yeah, I want to learn how to do makeup so I could do it on other girls.
Sometimes you get people that comment like, "Yo, I want to save her. I'll take her away from this life."
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, shit, because honestly, like I said, when you pulled up on me, I've seen videos of this. Like, I know this one girl that you picked up before, Honey, and you did an interview with her and shit. And I was looking at the comments, and, you know, a lot of people are saying things like that, like how, you know, a lot of the girls have a lot of potential and they shouldn't be out here and shit like that. And I don't really know. I feel like that's how they're looking at shit from their point of view. But
Dude, you saw the interview with Honey?
yeah.
Have you seen her? I haven't seen her at all.
She's in jail.
What?
Yeah, she's been in jail for a while. She's in jail in DC.
DC? How she get at DC?
I have no idea.
What she go to jail for?
Something with a pimp that she's with.
No way.
Yeah, she had a warrant or something. They caught her and she's fighting a case or some shit now.
She seems so nice too.
Yeah, she is. The way I came into the game, I didn't have to, and I still don't have to. But I know that there's a lot of girls who, like, because I grew up in the system and shit, and that's where a lot of these hoes are, you know, that's how they're becoming hoes, because they're runaways from the group homes and all that shit. And that's how I became a hoe. But honestly, I feel like if you're gonna do it, make sure you're doing it to be in it for a little bit, get your money and get the fuck out, because the way the game is looking now, like, it's just getting bad. Like, you know, these pimps aren't really, you know, they're not, there's a difference between a real pimp and a pimp, a guy who's just calling himself a pimp. And these girls are out here choosing just anybody and giving all their money away. Wow. To build up another guy's life, to get them into a new car and all that type of bullshit. Like, no, I'm not finna do all that. Like, right. I'm the one out here selling my ass. Okay. So the fuck. So yeah, but if you don't have to do it, I don't recommend it. If you don't have to, if you're able to go get some money in a different way, then do that.
Do that,
because this life is it can be draining and depressing, and you can lose your life over this shit, for real.
You said you grew up in the system. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I've been in the system since I was like 13, and I was always running, and I was always having sex. I was fast in the ass. Like, I was having a lot of sex. And so that's pretty much, once I started fucking for money, I'm like, why not fuck for money? But I don't have any family. All my sisters and brothers were in the system with me. We were all separated. And then from there, I ended up in LA and different states and shit on my own. So when I was 16, and then 17, I started doing this. And
But what about your family? Like, you got mom, you got dad?
Yeah, my mom, she's kind of like a hoe too. I wouldn't be surprised if she was out here, but she knows what I do. She doesn't like it. And now my oldest sister, she knows that I'm a hoe now, so she recently just got into the game. Wow. My older sister, so it's like, and for me, I don't like it. Like, seeing my sister doing this now because she sees me doing it, it's like, damn, what the fuck. So yeah.
Have you guys do it together out here?
Yeah,
to look out
we
for
do.
each other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 25.
Oh, so she's barely a little bit older than. Okay.
And she was married. She was a square. She was married for like 8 years with her baby daddy, and then, you know, they were broke. Like, they were always fighting and they were broke, and so she ended up